Notch your credit, and 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183.
Welcome, folks, to Fifth Street Sports. I'm Frank Perez. I'm joined with Florida Rick. We're on Sports Byline USA Radio Network, American Forces, iHeart, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. We're also on Twitter at Fifth Street Sports. Well, we got a real cloudy day. You might even hear the thunderstorms here. Vegas is really getting choppy here, Rick. We had 90-something and sunny yesterday. Today it's going to be in the 70s. Lightning, thunderstorms. Kind of like the way we've been running, you know?
Yeah. A lot of ups and downs, that's for sure. We had a big streak a couple months ago. We were really hot. Then we fell down, got cold a little bit, got back on track, and now kind of running hot and cold, So it's all right. We'll get back there.
Oh, yeah. You know what I noticed in the second round is these unders coming in these NBA playoff games.
Yeah, the game 7 of Denver San Antonio was such a big under. I mean, game 7 in NBA playoffs historically have been just bombs away unders. You just want to almost go all in on game 7 NBA unders. They'll lower the total a couple points, but it usually doesn't make a difference. Those games are played so tough and tough defensively. The refs don't call many fouls, and so that one was expected, but the kind of the unexpected thing is what happened yesterday with both games being such low-scoring games in Game 1. I guess, you can make a case for Game 1. Teams are feeling each other out. But the way the refs are calling the games are pretty much saying we're just not going to be bailing you out this whole series. So they don't expect a lot of foul calls. And, I think because of that, you can almost look for unders to be a strong play the rest of the playoffs.
I totally agree. And then, so when we come back, I'm definitely gotta pick your brain on this Houston Golden State series. Houston got back in there and covered. I mean, it was pretty easy. Now the line's 5.5. So when we come back, folks, we're going to talk some NBA playoffs, Major League Baseball, 3-0 MMA. We went this weekend, but none of that's coming up. So when we come back, folks, we're going to pick apart some of this MLB, this NBA going on, and maybe even touch a little bit on these hockey series. So we are going to take a break. It is Fifth Street Sports. Florida Rick and Frank Perez back after this.
Lumber Liquidators Flooring Company has you covered with the hottest styles for any room. Get 15 to 25% off our best-selling floors, like Rose Canyon Pine Waterproof Vinyl and Wide Plank Willow Manor Oak Hardwood. Get started today with special financing, and we can arrange the installation for you. See the flooring experts at your local Lumber Liquidators today. Lumber Liquidators, beautiful floors for less.
Attention, this important consumer alert is brought to you by Annuity Action Network. Hey, did you know it's possible to receive upfront money from your monthly settlement payments? It's true. If you receive monthly payments from an annuity or a structured settlement and you need a lump sum immediately, then you need to call Annuity Action Network. With your cash today, you can pay off credit card debt, pay medical bills, fund your education, or improve your home. You don't need to wait. Call the Annuity Action Network now to get your fast cash with no hidden costs. And if you call today, we'll even send you a $100 cash gift card just for verifying your settlement payments and your contact information. If you have a structured settlement or an annuity and you want cash now, call Annuity Action Network right now.
800-514-9170. 800-514-9170. That's 800-514-9170. Do you have a problem hearing the television? Do you need to crank up the volume so loud your family is screaming at you? Then put on your TV ears. TV ears has helped millions of people just their TV loud and clear without cranking up the volume. For about $60 with a 30-day free trial, you can get your own set of TV ears. When you wear TV ears, you can mute the TV volume for private listening or let others watch TV with you. Order in the next 10 minutes and take us up on our 30-day home trial and very special price. TV Ears is a brand hearing professionals have trusted for more than 20 years. And through this special radio offer, you can get your very own for just $60. Just mention promo code RADIO. So put on your TV ears and make everyone happy. 800-984-4207. 800-984-4207. 800-984-4207. That's 800-984-4207.
Hey, it's Flo. And you know what word I've never understood? Top hat. Aren't all hats on top? They're like the toppest part of every outfit. Unless I've been doing it wrong. That's why I stick with simple words like Flotection. It means the sense of security you'll feel when your new home is protected by home insurance through me and Progressive. Also, there shouldn't be a top hat unless there's a bottom hat. Wait, is that what underwear is?
Save an average of 17% on car insurance when you bundle home and auto through Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Welcome back, folks, to Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline USA Radio Network. I'm Frank Perez, joined with Florida Rick. We're going to talk about we're going to start off with some NBA. Rick, tonight we got two of them. I know that this Toronto kind of thrashed these Sixers a bit, but boy, this 7 sure looks juicy tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we'll go over it more in the pick segment, but yeah, I agree. I think you look at the way Toronto dismantled them in Game 1. You have to think Philly's going to get out ready tonight for Game 2, and show up and guns a-blazing, and I fully expect this to be a close game. So, yeah, it does seem like a lot of points. The line actually moved up half a point since the open. So, people are betting Toronto, but yeah, not only is it zigzags theory, but as well as Philadelphia, just wants to make up for last game. And I think Toronto's going to, at one point, Toronto, I think they made like 15 or 16 consecutive field goals. Late in the first half, they're shooting like over 70%. That's not going to continue. So, you have to think Philadelphia is live in this game to not just cover, but win outright.
That's what I was thinking. Well, I mean, are they finally done with this NBA draft? It seemed to last the entire week,
NFL draft, you mean? Yeah,
oh
they're finally done. yeah. Thursday was round 1, and Friday was rounds 2 and 3, and Saturday was 4 through 7. Honestly, I don't know about you, but I'm not a big fan of watching the draft on TV. I like scrolling down every 30 minutes to an hour, just seeing who the picks were. But I don't know what's more boring. You tell me what's more boring: watching the NFL draft live on TV or watching English. Italian soccer game.
Wow. Both of them. If you're trying to get off your Xanax or kind of your sleeping pills, I think either one of them will do. But I think you probably fall asleep a little quicker watching the soccer. I do.
Really? Okay. All right.
Yeah, because in the NBA draft, every once in a while you think, oh my God, there's something, something happens. So you'll probably fall asleep quicker. Like if you need to get to sleep and get your 8 hours, just turn on like the Premier League or one of those 0-0 leagues, and that should take you right out.
The French league, just turn on any French league game, and you're gonna be out in about 30 seconds.
Oh, that's like Lawrence Welk. I mean, you remember Lawrence Welk? Used to play that piano, and you used to coast off. Just turn on that French league. And and especially if the announcers are speaking in French, so they got that beautiful voice and everything. They're just kicking the ball back and forth in midfield. The next thing you know, your alarm's going off, baby. They put you right out.
Yeah, Yeah, French league soccer. I'd have to say there's nothing more boring in the world than French league soccer. And if you take PSG out of the equation, you put any of the other 19 teams, it's it's really bad. I mean, I remember back in the day we used to just bet every French under because they were so bad. They were so hard to score, and so many games finished 0-0, or a shootout would be 1-1. So, but most of the games were 0-0, 1-0 going back, 10, 15 years ago. But yeah, so anyway, but back to the NFL draft. Yeah, it isn't as exciting to me. I like I said, following it maybe every hour or so, and then like the end of the night, kind of seeing who everyone picked. But it's we got the Kyler Murray, number one pick, we knew was going to happen for a while. Remember that opened he was, I think, 12 or 15-1 to be the number one overall pick, and then as it kept moving, he kept being 8-1, 6-1, 4-1. Cliff Kingsbury's named coach, and went to even money, went to minus 200, 300, ended up going up to as high as minus 1,200, and this is at the Westgate, and after that, that's where it peaked, and it ended up coming down on game day or draft day. It came down to minus 400 or 4-1, but it was still such an obvious pick. You knew there's no way with them hiring Kingsbury as a new coach that they weren't going to take him. So it really was free money. But I mean, who wants to lay minus 400? But yeah, it really was the epitome of free money.
But how about the guys that got in early? Wow, that was a nice hit, like plus 12-1, plus 18-1. Dang. Nice. Yeah.
Yep.
You know where I'm gonna spend some of my money, Rick, and tell me if you think it's safe to spend it now. Remember as before the season started, one of my bets that I made was Sale under 15.5 wins. You think I can go ahead and start spending that?
Yeah, I think you can spend that just the same as Bryce spent his Giants not to win the Super Bowl money in the second week of the year. So I think you're allowed to. He's probably only going to start. Maybe 20, 21 more games the rest of the year.
Yeah, but this guy has not won yet. He has not won. He
doesn't even have one win? Oh, okay. No. I knew he had 0. I wasn't sure if he got 1, but you're saying he's still at 0.
Well,
okay.
I'm almost sure that he's totally egged out here. I'm going to make sure.
You're probably right. He's either 0-5 or 1-4 or 1-5, something like that. But yeah, if he does have a win, which now I think you're right, I think he doesn't. But even if he did have 1, it's going to be tough for him to get to the number 16. Although he has been improving his last couple games, he's pitched a lot better than the previous ones. So yesterday, the game before, he only allowed, I think, 2 runs in 7 innings. I guess he didn't get the win though. But yesterday he gave up a 2-run home run early, and then I think a couple days later he gave up a 2-run triple, and that was it. They didn't score again off him, so I think he pitched 6-7 innings, giving up those 4 runs. But he's improving. He's going to get double digits, I think, but just not to 16.
Wow, he's 0-5 with a 6.30 ERA. I mean, what kind of odds could you have gotten on Sale? 0 wins in April. Come on, baby.
Wow. Yeah. But I don't know if anyone would have offered that, but if they did, you're talking about probably getting a good, 30-40-1.
Yeah. And you know what's scary about these Red Sox here? Now I hate to be a Red Sox basher, but I'm going to be. Why not? Why not? I'm going to look this up really quick while we're doing this. Standings, Red Sox. And remember, I told you that this team was toast. 11-17. If they go through May, any kind of like this, I think this team actually starts. Well, no, they got to go through probably May and June. They actually will start. Can you imagine a team that won 108? I think they won 108 games last year. Maybe throwing in the towel at towards the end of June. I don't think they got the team to come back. I don't really think so.
They have so many of the same players as last year's team. It's just hard to believe that they're just not going to make any run. They're just going to, the next thing you know, they'll be 22 and 28 and, then 30 and 34. At some point you have to think they're going to reel off 10 straight or 13 or 14 and, get back in the thick of things. Right now, Tampa's got a 1.5 game lead over the Yankees. They're 7.5 out. I think the Blue Jays now they're catching fire. With Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the lineup, they won all 3 straight against Oakland, including a win yesterday when they were down 4-1 going to the bottom of the 10th, and they ended up getting 4 runs at the bottom of the 10th to win that. So they have a surge right now going. So I could see them maybe possibly winning 7.
Tampa's got the pitching, brother. Tampa's got the pitching in this. I don't, it was usually just the Red Sox and the Yankees, and now with Tampa in the mix, Toronto playing much better. I mean, this Toronto, I really like this Stroman guy. I always have. I think
Yeah,
they got their work cut out for him. They really do.
he's always been a super pitcher, and I mean he's only like about 5'9" or 5'8" or 5'9", but he throws so hard. It's perfect technique, and he's still obviously their number one starter. But yeah, they can make a run too. And the Yankees, the Yankees are having a pretty incredible streak right now. They're won 9 of their last 10, and 3 in a row, 9 of their last 10. They're doing this with almost the entire team. It seems like on the disabled list, like every single one of their starters, position players, with the exception of Gardner and I think he might be the only one and all they're just bringing up all these guys from the minors and all their subs, and they're just killing it out there. They're just sweeping the Giants, killing the Angels.
Yeah.
It's a West Coast trip. So
Great
it's
trip.
weird. What happens when they get all these guys back? Are they going to actually start slipping because the chemistry's not going to be there? Who knows? But it's interesting. It's really quite a thing if you watch them these days. They're scoring 7, 8, 9 runs every game.
I agree. When we come back, we'll talk about a few more teams that are in form. I'm talking about the Marlins and the Orioles. They're doing exactly what they were supposed to. Folks, Fifth Street Sports, we got to take a time out. We'll be right back. Going to talk some NBA and finish up MLB.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631. Do you use the Blue Pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the Blue Pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. That's 800-957-6063.
Guys, we're back. It's Fifth Street Sports, Sports Byline, USA Radio Network, American Forces Network, iHeartRadio, streaming live Facebook and YouTube. I'm Frank Perez, joined with Florida Rick. Boy, Rick, we got another big talent. That guy James on Jeopardy. I mean, is this kid crushing it or what?
Yeah, I haven't actually watched any of the episodes, but I've read all about it, and it's just simply incredible. I don't know how or when it's ever going to end, because he's not just squeaking by here. He's winning these games by getting like an average of 70 or 80,000 to the other people's like 5 or 7,000. So,
yeah,
how is he going to get beat? And there's no rule. There used to be a rule where you were only able to win 5 shows, and that was it. But not anymore. There's no limit now. So, what's he going to do? Win 225 consecutive shows, or be the champion for 3 years running? You know what it kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of that tennis match. Remember about 5-6 years ago with Isner and the French guy? I can't remember his name right now. But anyway, they played Wimbledon. The record before that for most games in a set, I think it was like 23, 21 or so. And these guys Mahut. It was Nicholas Mahut. Anyway, so these guys just never would break. And I think it finished, 72-70. So it's like one of those things where it's like, when's it ever going to end? And I'm kind of thinking this is like that, because he's going to win so many in a row. They're either going to have to just say, okay, it's over. We're putting a rule in place that you can only win, 100 in a row, or he's just on his own going to be like, I just got to quit. It's only fair. Something's got to happen, because he's just not going to lose. There's no one that's going to beat him unless they bring back like Ken Jennings, and then even still, I don't think he'd get beat. But that would be pretty much his only competition.
Now that Ken Jennings, that's the guy that made the $2 million, right? I think he made.
Yeah, I believe so. Right. Mm-hmm.
So he still hasn't surpassed him, but it's scary. I watched it. I actually watched 3 of them this week, and it was so scary especially going even before Final Jeopardy. He's at 67,000. Everybody else is 1,200, 2,800. He's at 73,000. They're at 2. It's embarrassing. But how about the fact that he said it took him 13 years? He's been trying to get on Jeopardy for 13 years. Finally made it. How about if you're the kind of guy that's been trying to get on Jeopardy for 11 years and you draw this guy, and then down and now you
yeah, I know it's been like your life dream to be on Jeopardy. You finally get on, and you got to play this guy in like your only match of your lifetime. Where it's pretty much you're drawn dead as soon as the game begins.
Yeah.
But him and his wife, they're like game show experts. He was on a different game show, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. I forget the name of the show, but he made, I think he made a couple $100,000 there. His wife was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire back years ago, and she made, I think, $400,000 on there. So between the 3 shows, counting where he is now, what they've made previously, they've made about $2 million on just game shows. And of course, it's going to be a lot more whenever this run is over. Who knows where it's going to end? Like I said, it'll probably end up at 5 to 10 million. I just don't know. I don't know how they're going to get him off the show. But what's interesting is he's he's a sports gambler, and he's a poker player, and he's kind of implementing his poker strategy into his into the way he plays the game, and he's doing things differently than people ever have. Like he's picking all the high values first, and then I guess from what I'm reading, I haven't watched it, but from what I'm reading, he's accumulating all this money, and then he'll hit the daily double, and he always does like a true daily double. So while early on people are sitting at 800, 1,200, and he's already at like 6,500, and then he does a true daily double, he's at 13,000. So the other people are sitting at 200 and 100, he's at 13,000 already. So he's he's using like poker strategy, and these people, and he's just jumping from topic to topic too, which also kind of messes with people's minds, because they're kind of in the flow of one topic, and then he just quickly goes to another topic. And yeah, the fact is he's obviously brilliant, and he knows all these answers anyway, but the way he's doing it is maximizing his earnings.
Yeah. Now, as a poker player, have you ever heard of him on the circuit?
No, I'd never heard of him in poker or in sports. I'd never heard of the guy before until this show.
Me too.
I guess he lives out in Vegas, right?
Yeah, you could imagine a guy like that in poker has got to be, he's got to be tough to beat. I mean, come on, he's got to figure out, pot odds, flops, intrinsic values, betting for value. I mean, I wouldn't want to play against a table full of guys like that.
Yeah, well, I believe, correct. He ran a poker class, like a poker academy, where he taught a class to students and so forth, and made a good chunk off of that. So not only is he a poker player, but he's also a poker coach and teacher.
Boy, I'll tell you, the guy is really getting popular. But he's. I mean, I'm glad there's another one in our corner. Boy, a sports bettor and a poker player, actually, winning in regular strategies and intellectual stuff. Very good. Hey, I was going to talk a little bit about some of the on the Major League card tonight. It's kind of a weak card. I was looking at it, but when we got on I'm not going to say these because I want them for the talk week that you can bet on our next segment. Yesterday I was finally spot on. I had all 3 home dogs, the Blue Jays. I couldn't believe that the Tigers were actually laying a price at the White Sox. Okay. Oh, but I did get lucky though. I mean, I'm not chirping. I did have the Nationals against Lucchesi for San Diego. Next thing you know, I'm losing 6-0. I ended up coming back and winning that one.
Well, you had Nationals and Blue Jays yesterday?
Nationals, Blue Jays, and White Sox. All 3 dogs.
You got lucky in 2 of those.
2 of those.
The Blue Jays were down 4-1 going to the bottom of the 10th. I think we talked about that earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
wow. Okay, yeah. That made up for a lot of bad beats for you.
Yeah, I'll take them. I'll take them. White Sox, they stayed in command. They were up 2-1, ended up 4-1.
Oh yeah.
No,
that was a good win. The other 2 were those 2 that, if you were on the other side, you'd be claiming how it's such a horrible beat, blah blah blah. But it's good that you're on the right side of those. I wasn't on either one of those, so I'm glad to hear you were on both those right sides.
Yeah,
it always makes me feel good when someone we know is on the right side.
I mean, I'll give the listeners and the viewers a little preview. I like another one today. I do like this Odorizzi for Minnesota. Getting $1.60 at home. I know it's against Verlander, but Verlander tends to have an off night here and there. And then Minnesota's they've beat up Baltimore pretty good, but they are hitting the crap out of the ball. And this Odorizzi, I like him. He's got great stuff. He can definitely command an entire game. Getting $1.60 at home. I'll give you guys an early release and tell you the Minnesota Twins today plus $1.60 is right on my radar.
Yeah, I'm with you. That line really surprised me, the way Minnesota's been playing. Minnesota's got one of the best records in baseball right now. And to be at home and be a plus 160 dog against the Astros, who, as we know, is one of the top few teams in baseball. But still, that line is – I would have made that line personally about minus 140. So the fact you're getting plus 160 here, I think, you just got to take the value and go with it and not even think twice. If we're actually talking about baseball, I was going to tell you last segment we ran out of time. You can start. I know we're only pretty much the last days of April. You can already see where the seasons, who the teams are going to be the contenders and the teams we could pretty much already eliminate are. You kind of go by the divisions and look, and really in each division you're only looking at a couple teams, I think, that have a shot at making the playoffs, and except for the AL East. The AL East, the only team we could rule out, I think, right now is Baltimore. Because I know we're talking about the Red Sox and how horrible they are and they started so bad, but I still think they're going to make a run at some point, and they're going to get back, into contention. I mean, they're 7.5 out right now. They win 5 in a row. They'll probably be 3 out.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna not see that, but you're probably right. But in baseball there are some teams that are playing absolutely true to form. The Orioles. How about the Marlins, brother? Marlins playing true to form.
Yeah, that's the 2 worst teams in baseball.
Cincinnati's
it's already the end of April.
Form.
Yeah, well, since he's still not quite in that league of those teams, but Cincinnati, they have some, good quality major league players on the team. I really wouldn't put them in the contention with the Marlins and Orioles, but I guess maybe the next tier after that. The Marlins and Orioles are so far and away the worst 2 teams in baseball. You can't really even put anyone else in the same sentence with them, except maybe Kansas City. Kansas City's been playing really bad too.
Yep. And they're absolutely playing true to form. I think teams that are going to play better, because I don't know if they're going to make huge runs. Teams that are going to play better are going to be the Angels. I believe the Nationals should play a little bit better. You're rooting for Boston. I'm going to go with not Oakland. Cleveland's playing good. gosh, the Giants. I don't see the Giants doing. It's gonna be a runaway year. I mean, the parity's semi gone in baseball now.
Yeah, it really seems that way. Like, just going by divisions, the East, like I said, kind of everyone, AL East, everyone kind of has a shot there except Baltimore. But then you go to the Central, and you can already see it's going to be Minnesota and Cleveland till the end. Everyone else is going to fit. Detroit, Chicago, and KC are going to be, three of the bottom feeders in baseball. So it's just Minnesota and Cleveland, the only teams that are going to have a chance in that division. Then you look at the West, and right now it's the Astros and Mariners, Angels, A's, Rangers. Those teams aren't going to be able to contend for the whole year. The Mariners, can they keep up what they started? I don't think so. I think they're going to fall. So I think that's pretty much going to be an Astros runaway in that division. And then you go to the National League, where you still have the East, kind of the Phillies, Mets, Braves, and Nationals. Any one of those teams can do something, but the Phillies are for sure the favorites there. And then you look at the Central, and I guess the Cardinals, Cubs, and the Brewers, because of their hitting, they'll still probably be there, but I don't know. I think it's going to be a 3-team race in that division, but mainly between the Cardinals and Cubs. In the West, it's probably just the Dodgers runaway. That's the way I see it.
Oh, yeah, completely. I think the team that's going to drop off considerably from last year is Colorado. But, folks, when we come back, get ready. It is Talk You Can Bet On, Fifth Street Sports, the third segment, which we're going to give out some releases. I have 2 more baseball. I don't know what Rick's got on tap. This is right out of the oven, fresh stuff. Back after this.
Jared has hundreds of gifts you could get Mom this Mother's Day, like a tennis bracelet.
Aww.
Or a diamond necklace.
Thank you, sweetie.
But there's only one that will make her feel like this.
Yes!
With Jared's Diamond Price Match Guarantee, you can finally get Mom the one gift she's always wanted.
Oh, I love you so much.
For you to get engaged. Shop at a Jared store today and dare to be devoted.
We promise to match any price on a loose certified diamond of the same characteristics and quality from any other jewelry retailer as validated by Jared personnel in store. See jared.com/price match for details.
Taming the briar patch, mowing the lawn, trimming the Yeti. Whatever you call it, it's about time we talked about manscaping. Guys, you manscape, right? Keep things trimmed and fresh below the waist. 9 out of 10 women of all ages prefer their guy manscaped. But you got to have the right tools for the jewels, or you'll look like you used a machete. Pop over to manscaped.com and check out their perfect package. No, not that perfect package. I'm talking about the Manscaped Perfect Package 2.0 that was a smash hit on Shark Tank. It features the lawnmower, a precision trimmer engineered for below-the-waist grooming. Its skin-safe technology means no more accidental nicks and burns. Check out the lawnmower and the amazing grooming and hygiene products that come with your perfect package. What's that saying? Oh yeah, trim the shrubs and the tree stands taller. Get 20% off plus free shipping today. Visit manscaped.com and use promo code USA. Again, use promo code USA at manscaped.com. That's manscaped.com.
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip, or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780.
Filling an opening at your company means more than just finding an employee. You're looking for a fit, a match. Robert Half understands that. We know you need someone who can do the work, someone who complements your culture. And of course, you need that someone fast. When it all comes together, it makes for a perfect fit. Satisfaction guaranteed. Robert Half, the matching experts in accounting, finance, IT, legal, marketing, and administrative staffing. Visit roberthalf.com/radio for more information.
Fifth Street Sports, folks. Talk you can bet on. I'm Frank Perez, joined with Florida Rick on Sports Byline, USA Radio Network, American Forces, iHeart, streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Well, Rick, let's get right into it. I gave him one of my baseball picks already. I'm gonna go with Minnesota Odorizzi at home over Verlander plus $1.60. We got, it looks like 2 hockey, 2 NBA, and a medium-sized card in baseball. What are you thinking about?
Okay, well, I'll get started in the NBA. But before I actually talk about the picks, I just want to quickly go over what happened the last couple of days in the NBA. First was Game 7 of the Denver-San Antonio series on Saturday night. Were you possibly watching that game or following it?
Yep.
So we had some live betting plays on Denver minus 4.5, and the San Antonio cut it all the way to 2, and then not feeling that good. But then Denver scores with about 40 seconds left to go up 4. San Antonio comes down. They miss a short jumper by DeRozan. San Antonio rebounds the ball with 28 seconds left, 24-second shot clock. Or sorry, Denver rebounds it. Denver gets the ball. They cross half court, and of course, San Antonio's going to foul. They're down 4 with 24 seconds left. And the crowd's screaming, the craziest home crowd in the NBA. So they can't hear Popovich, but Popovich is, onto the court screaming the players to foul. And somehow nobody fouls. I don't know how the players on their own, even if they can't hear Pop, I don't know how they don't know to go foul that there's a 4-second differential in the shot clock and you're down 4. Yes, you're not going to win the game, but if you have any chance whatsoever, you have to foul. And somehow they don't foul. And basically, the shot clock gets down to 1 second. Denver throws up a 3 at the buzzer, and they miss. And San Antonio rebounds, looks at the clock, sees there's 3 seconds left, and just dribbles the ball out, and game's over. I've never seen a game end like that in the NBA, let alone a Game 7 in the NBA playoffs. To this moment, I'm still shocked about that. That really happened.
I mean, they gave themselves a 0 chance. That's an automatic foul as quick as you can.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's 10 times worse than the. I think it was the Michigan coach in was it last year, right? The Michigan coach last year that didn't foul with 11 or 14 seconds. I forget. It was a horrendous NCAA. You going to tell me that the players themselves were not aware of the situation?
That's what's the most unbelievable thing to me, because all it takes is one player to realize that you're down 4 and the clock's ticking with 20 seconds left and 19-18, and there's only a 4-second differential in the shot clock. So how does not one of the 5 players, even with the coach right next to them screaming that they can't hear him? Fine, I understand they can't hear him because it's so loud, but how does all 5 of the players neglect to know the situation that they have to foul? Even if you were down 2 or 3 there, you still have to foul, because your best case scenario is you're getting the ball back with 3 seconds left and no timeout. So you have no choice but to foul, even if you're down 1, let alone down 4. So that one just really irritated me for a while. As you can see, I'm still a little irritated with this one. But
that's Rick. I don't believe in fixed games, and all the people, they had it fixed. I don't believe in that, not whatsoever. But this sure does give these guys a case, for these conspiracy theories and these guys that think the NBA's rigged or they're trying to. Boy, I'll tell you one thing. This one looked like a complete rig job. Because really, even in that spot, if I would have had San Antonio plus 7.5, I would have been worried. I would have said, they're gonna foul here.
Here comes the foul.
They're gonna be down by 5, probably 5 or 6. Then we're gonna launch up a 3, miss, foul again. I mean, with 7.5, I would have been nervous. Let alone just take it down. You didn't even have to sweat it.
Yeah. So that one was tough. And then how about yesterday's Golden State game? We haven't even talked about that yet. The line was 5.5. Thompson then was announced that he was in, so it moved up to 6, maybe 6.5, but it closed around 6. So it was anywhere from 5 to 6.5. And you saw how that game ended, right? The Golden State game.
That one.
So Golden State's. Well, first of all, there was a million missed calls by the refs where Houston was getting fouled left and right in 3-pointers. They were clearly coming down their space. Not only were they fouls, but most of them should have been flagrant fouls because they were coming down where they were landing, so they could break ankles and so forth. And that NBA instituted that rule. a few years ago with the Kawhi Leonard situation when Pachulia did that intentionally, where he went underneath him and then Leonard landed him and basically broke his ankle and was out for the series, and they lost 4-0. But so that's what Golden State kept doing yesterday, and the refs wouldn't call a foul. And so that's been the big thing in the news all day and last night. But even aside from that, so Houston is down 3 with about 10 seconds left. They get a steal. They launch up a 3. Harden claims he was fouled. That one I'm not so sure because he kind of jumped forward that one. But either way, so they don't get it. Paul gets the rebound, but then kind of loses it to Gordon, who's stepping out of bounds. And as soon as they rule that he was out of bounds, Paul screams in the referee's face and kind of makes a little contact with him. And he picks up the second technical of the game. So that gave Golden State a free throw with about 5 seconds left. So Golden State makes the free throw to go 4 with 5 seconds left. So you're like, oh, they're going to foul now. Now Golden State might cover. And then they inbound it, they don't foul. So another game where, all it takes is them to foul it. Most teams would. And then you're going to have, the favorite cover instead of the dog. So, it was a crazy couple of days in the NBA. The decision-making, the thought process of the players and the referees. I mean, the way this Golden State game is going to be officiated for the rest of the series is going to be just outrageous. Are they going to start calling now every foul? They're going to start basically calling no fouls.
Right.
I don't know. Golden State wrote up this entire report basically for the last year saying how Houston wrote up a report saying how Golden State's getting all the calls in the playoffs in their series against them the previous year. And pretty much it's continuing. They said they should have had 93 more points last year because of the referees, botched foul calls and, both going both ways. And they, pretty much got the series. They claim, and I agree, that they got the series taken from them by the refs and the league. And it looks like it's already happening again this year after just the first game. But, Houston's so good, I still think they're going to pull off a few wins here. It's just a matter of can they get over the hump and actually win the entire series. I don't know. That remains to be seen. But it will be the most fascinating series to watch.
You know what's scary is I don't think you would have gotten this kind of clock mismanagement in college basketball. And if you would have got it in a pretty decent game, let's say a Big Ten game, 2 teams, 2 ACCs, SEC games, these coaches would have actually almost been fired because, the kids and everybody pays so attention to it. They would have said 24 seconds down, 28 seconds down by 4, you don't foul? Even in the Golden State, down 4, 5 seconds, you don't foul? I mean,
yeah.
It's
that didn't really affect me
scary.
as much, but yeah, they still should have fouled. Just, you have a 1 in a billion chance, but that's still your one chance to foul. The San Antonio one will just live on forever. And Pop was so upset in the press conference afterwards. And, I kind of believe this is going to be his last game. I don't think he's going to come back next year, although he hasn't formally announced it yet. But it's just such a disappointing way to go out. So, we'll see if he comes back next year or not. But, anyway, I just wanted to get that in before we talk about some of the picks today. Because I was planning to talk about that earlier, but we never got to it.
I mean, if you had both dogs there, you got to count your blessings,
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, Denver was winning the whole game too. Covering the whole game until about the 4 or 5 minute mark of the fourth quarter. That was the first time San Antonio actually got within the 7 or 6.5 point spread, and then they ended up covering. They actually cut it to 2. With the ball, one of the chances to tie or take the lead, they missed it. And, as we know, they didn't cover, they didn't win. They covered.
Andrew, before we get into Rick's picks and our picks, do we got anything on social media that the listeners want us to answer? Take a look.
As a matter of fact, we do, Frank.
Oh, look at this.
That is what a coincidence. I was actually going to bring that up here. So we actually just got one today. But before we get to it, just want to let everybody know we're streaming live on Facebook, facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk, and on YouTube, youtube.com/Fifth Street Sports. And today we got a message in from Daniel Wages with a pick.
Nice.
It's game 906, the Braves versus the Padres, under 9.
Minus 103. Daniel,
minus 103.
Let me take a look at this one. Daniel's really good, folks. So I respect this guy. Let me see what we got over here. Padres and Braves under 9. Wow, you got Soroka. You know what, Daniel? I gotta like it, buddy. I gotta like it. I mean, they've been both They've scored a lot of runs, both of them lately, but, one was against Colorado, the other one against the Nationals on the road. We'll take it. There you go, folks.
Yeah.
Daniel Wages under 9 in the Braves game.
I've seen some of that play in some sharp accounts too. So
Oh, you
it's
have?
good play.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
Daniel, you
Yeah.
got it double endorsed, buddy. We're going to bet it. All right, Rick,
So
what do you
anyway,
got, buddy?
going back to my picks, I'll start off in baseball, and I agree with your Minnesota play. Minnesota plus 160 at home against Verlander, and then I like two other plays. I like St. Louis getting plus 132, plus 133 at Washington. That's game 901, and I also like Tampa Bay with Stanek as the opener. Stanek is such a good opener. Tampa Bay and the Angels are the only teams that do this, but it seems to work out really well. They've moved up a little bit. They're about 145, 148 now, but I still like them, even though not a huge favorite, better than baseball, but I'll take those along with our Twins play. Getting to the NBA real quick, I really like Philadelphia. You mentioned it earlier, and I told you, I think Philadelphia is live to win tonight's game. I fully expect them to come out, take an early lead, kind of try to, hold the lead. And I'm expecting to see Toronto try to make a comeback tonight. If they do come back and win the game, I still think Philadelphia will cover. I think 7's a large number. I thought this number was going to be probably closer to 5.5 tonight after the first game where Toronto won pretty convincingly. And my other game, I'm going to go with Portland, game 563 plus 4. I just believe Denver's only going to win maybe one game in the series. Portland's clearly the better team. They have the experience. Denver does have that home crowd, but they're also coming off that emotional Game 7 win just 2 nights ago. I think Portland's ready. Denver may still be a little lagging from that emotional, win. So I'm going to take both dogs tonight: Philly plus 7 and Portland plus 4.
I love that Portland plus 4. Even I'm really glad that you like the boy. If you would have said Denver, I was going to say, oh man, I got to get off it. I don't hate to oppose Rick. Guys, I got one baseball game. Now this one might kind of blow you away a little bit, but I like these Giants. I like these Giants at home with Samardzija getting $1.35 against Medea. Dodgers have been playing good. Giants have not, but they seem to rise to the occasion against the Dodgers, especially in the opener. I believe the Dodgers will probably take 2 out of 3 here, but I do like this one. Gosh, Rick, I got to say, the Cardinals are my favorite team anyways, and I know Watch is good. He is getting $1.30, but boy, this Corbin for the Nationals is tough,
Yeah. Well, he's a pretty big favorite, at home, minus 141, 142. I kind of think of this as, close to an even game. So the fact that I'm getting $1.30 with Waka, I'll take my chances.
No, it's, it's so true. And then, we really can't get carried away. It seems like these starters don't even go deep. They don't go long. It's all about bullpens. So, yeah, maybe you're right. I'm not going to lay $1. I would never lay the $1.40 anyways, but I'm just considering taking this $1.30. I will now that you like it. One game that's going to be a little bit interesting too. Watch this guy for the Cincinnati Reds. This Roark.
Roark, yeah.
Yeah, Roark. He can pitch. He can really dominate a game. But boy, the Reds on the road against Wheeler. I'm going to Pasadena, folks. I got Twins. Oh gosh, here it is. Andrew's waving me off. We'll be right back. We'll recap all of our picks, including Daniel Wages, back after this.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the Tax Helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. 800-932-1749. That's 800-932-1749.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it? For a vacation or a new car. But today, withdrawing your own cash has become risky. Pat Boone here for Swiss America. According to The Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But the secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
At 28, I had struggled with opiate and meth addiction for 12 years. I did and said things that the sober me never would have done. One day I realized I was not invincible. I was not exempt. And that's when a friend told me about Elite Rehab Placement. They gave me the tools I needed to get sober, and all it took was the one phone call.
Elite Rehab can help you start to break your addiction problem and get sober in as little as 7 days. And we'll work with your insurance provider to help cover the costs. Plus, we have travel assistance programs to get you here by plane or train. Make this free call right now to learn more. 800-403-5912. 800-403-5912. 800-403-5912. That's 800-403-5912.
All right, folks. Fifth Street Sports Talk you can bet on recap. We're going to give you them all here. I'm Frank Perez, Florida Rick. My co-host is on. We're on Sports Byline USA Radio Network. All right, Rick, let's recap this really quickly. I'm going to go with Minnesota, Odorizzi, $1.60 over Verlander. San Francisco, $1.35. Samardzija over Medea. You like Toronto +7. We both like Portland +4.
Philly +7.
Philly +7, Portland +4. Daniel Wages is on Atlanta, which we like that also. Atlanta and San Diego under 9. You're going to go with the Cardinals, Wacha +$1.30 over Corbin of the Nationals, and you like Stanek for Tampa Bay, right?
Yep.
Laying $1
as an opener, so
47-ish.
45, 47, yeah, in that range, yep.
All right, folks, we got we got about 8 or 9 plays over here. Well, I hope let's track these. I think we're going to get back on a big run here, buddy. I'm starting to get zoned in, and then you're just zigzagging, not bad. But when you get zoned in and we're on there, we got Wages. Too bad Joey Casano doesn't do any kind of baseball or NBA. I think he's packed it in until college football. But
yeah, well, very disciplined, so got to respect that too. He's not going to just go out and bet sports he's not, doesn't know much about.
I do, and you know what, folks? Well, I can recognize that we're just about ready to get on a heater. Rick, you going to play any poker this week?
No, I don't think so, Frank. I don't think we'll be playing poker probably for a while now, maybe until Vegas. So hopefully we'll be out there with the WSOP, and that'll probably be my next poker if I play there.
Oh, beautiful. Well, Rick, thank you very much, buddy. We had a good show. Folks, I hope you wrote them all down. It's Talk You Can Bet On, Fifth Street Sports. Good luck to us today. You have a great day. We appreciate you watching and listening, and we'll see you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific and 4 p.m. Eastern.